Now, y'all already know what time it is. It's time for the mess, so let's get into it, honey. What's going on, you guys? It's be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess. Okay, we're here for another episode of Yes for the Mess, and we do not have multiple topics on this particular video. Okay, we don't. This is all about basketball wives and nothing but basketball wives, because we got just a little smidge of tea that I just want to say for this video and this video only. Okay, but before we get into this video, let me just let y'all know something. Now, Boys Night Out will be back next week, but it will be on Saturday, okay? And the projected time at this point is 8/7 Central. That is the projected time. If anything changes, we will let you guys know when the time is going to be. But right now, it's 8/7 Central on Saturday. Boys Night Out will be on Saturdays for the next few weeks, okay? That's what it's going to be for the next few weeks due to RuPaul's Drag Race. As you guys already know, Jamar and Maddie, they cover the show. They have a panel about the show. So it would be better for Boys Night Out to be moved to Saturday nights versus Friday nights while RuPaul's Drag Race is on. It's probably going to be Saturday nights for the rest of the season because, you know, we're going to take another hiatus at some point and get ready for season 3 of Boys Night Out, okay? So be on the lookout for Josiah, myself, Maddie, Jamar, and Terrence, okay? And not to mention, we're planning a Boys Night Out getaway trip, okay? For my birthday. Gonna be a vlog out for that, okay? And just about everybody is on board. Josiah got his ticket. I'm getting mine after I'm done filming. Maddie got his ticket. Jamar's already there. All we're doing is hoping and praying, got our fingers crossed for our good Judy Terrence to be able to get off work so he can join in on the fun, okay? So it's going to be lit, especially if we got all 5 of us at the same time, okay? So with that being said, that's Boys Night Out. We will see you guys on next Saturday. Not Friday, but next Saturday. All right, now, let's get into the mess. Now, as you guys already know, Basketball Wives Season 10 is coming up, and you know that they've been filming a brand new season since this past summer, and they're just now about to wrap it. They stopped filming at first. They were wrapped up, but then some more drama started with British and some more stuff, and they amped the filming back up. And we were supposed to be getting a trailer in December or January, but now it's been pushed back because they started back filming again. And this looks like it's going to be a supersized season. And everybody is saying that this season is pretty epic. And Brooke, Bailey said that this season is iconic and she enjoyed this season better than the second season when she was on, okay? So yes, this video right here is all about Basketball Wives, nothing but Basketball Wives, okay? And I got this tea from a Basketball Wives tea page that goes by the name of Spilling BBWT. I think that's the name of the page on Twitter. That's exactly what it is. Spilling BBWT, okay? That's the name of the Twitter page. Now, first of all, we're about to get into who is the main cast, okay? Now, we're going to start with the main cast first, and then we're going to go into who are the supporting cast. And we're going to break this stuff down as we go, and I'm going to give you my opinion on why I feel like they should be main or not. So we're about to get into who is the main cast of Basketball Wives for Season 10. That's what we're about to get into now. Now, first up, on the casting list for the main cast, the ones that's going to be holding the basketball, the ones that's going to be seen in the opening credits. This is what we're doing right now, the opening credits, the stars of the show. The first person that's a part of the main cast is none other than Jackie Christie, okay? Jackie Christie will be a part of the main cast, but are we really surprised that Jackie Christie is a part of the main cast? Like, you cannot have a Basketball Wives show without Jackie Christie being in the building, whether she's a heroine or whether she's a villain. She has to be a part of the cast. She's very essential to Basketball Wives. Now, hopefully, let's see what she can do this season, because Jackie Christie put me out with her. I'm not going to lie to you, because, you know, for most of the time that Jackie Christie was on Basketball Wives, I could not stand Jackie Christie for most of her time on Basketball Wives. But then she softened me up to her during season 6, okay? when Evelyn and them came back and they started doing all this BS with that whole book and Takari and all of this other stuff. And I felt like they was involving themselves too much into Jackie's business. So I kind of got a softer spot for Jackie during season 6, and then season 7, I got an even more softer spot, and I was rooting for her. And in season 8, I was rooting for her. But season 9 is when she kind of lost me again with the OG thing. Now, OG is supposed to be your friend. So who are you to tell her what she experienced? If she said that she experienced colorism, then that's what she experienced. You don't know what her experiences are. So you cannot tell her what it was. And she even tried to get her to recant her feeling about this being a colorism issue in the group. That's what Jackie tried to do. And from that point on, she lost me. And I have had nothing for Jackie Christie ever since then. And at this point, I don't care what these girls do to her because they do, they use her for content and then they drop her like a bad habit and kick her out the group every other season. But it's like she was too busy trying to kiss ass. It's like she wanted to be Shawnee's friend so bad. She wanted to be Evelyn's friend so bad. She wanted to be friends with these girls so bad, and they just didn't see it for her. They just didn't see it for her at all. They really didn't. They really didn't, honestly. Hold on, you guys. Wait, give me one sec. But yeah, so that's what she did. So from that point on, I really wasn't here for Jackie, and I haven't seen it for Jackie ever since then. But what she's gonna bring to season 10. That's what we're all wondering. That's what I want to know. What she's gonna bring. I want to know if she's in any conflict this season. Who knows? I don't know. But apparently she's heard She's heard I've heard less about her being in conflict this time around than anything. So we're going to see about that. So that's Jackie Christie. Now, next up on the list for main cast member is none other than Malaysia Pargo. Somebody else that I'm not surprised that is on the list for the main cast. She's a Basketball Wives veteran. She was an original LA Basketball Wife, just like Jackie Christie was. And she's a very prominent figure with the Basketball Wives. She was a fan favorite at one point in time. Haven't seen it from Malaysia since season 8. Let me just say that. Malaysia kind of lost me during season 8. I felt like she was getting way too close to Shawnee and Evelyn. She was being one of their little minions, and I guess she was doing that because she wanted a chick, and that's okay. But I felt like she sold herself for that, and I just felt like Malaysia was too real at one point in time to be doing some stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just thought so much more of Malaysia, and to see her be all up they ass like that really just disturbed me. And I just did not see Malaysia the same, especially when she brought Cece and Kristen on the show. Okay, so both of them are married into her family, and instead of her being the peacemaker, it seemed to me like she wanted the drama, and she chose the side when she could have just stayed the hell up out of it or whatever. And this whole thing with OG and um her just becoming a full-fledged secondary bully right alongside Shawnee and Evelyn. Like, these are the same broads that didn't even want you back on the show. And you sitting up here, being all buddy with them trying to bully girls. And I ain't like that. And that's not what Malaysia stood for. That's not the Malaysia that I started loving from season 1 of Basketball Wives LA. She turned into an entirely different person. And I just didn't even recognize her anymore. Like, girl, these were the same women that did not want you to come back to the Basketball Wives. They refused to film with you at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? And now that you got into their good graces, now you want to start acting mean girlish just like them. But then again, when you really think about it, because I had my rose colored glasses on at one point in time, Malaysia been a mean girl because her and Brandi did treat Angel Love like shit. They did. Now that I look back at it, they did treat her badly. They did treat Megan bad, and I just don't know. I don't know what she gonna give, but apparently she's got beef with half the cast. Apparently she got beef with Brandi. She got beef with British. She got beef with Duffy. She got beef with Brooke Bailey. I think she got beef with Angel Brinks at this point in time. So I really don't know, but we're gonna see what she brings. But apparently, she got into a physical altercation with Brooke Bailey. As we already know, she had a minor beef with Brooke Bailey in season 2, but it really wasn't her beef. It was mainly Bambi's beef. But that's pretty much the gist of that. So basically, she's pretty much iced out. She doesn't really have many allies this season. And her main storyline is the breakdown of her friendship with Brandi MacSeal, which leads me to the third person on the list for main cast member, and that is Brandi MacSeal. Okay. Now, as you guys already know, I've always been Team Brandi, always been pro Brandi all the time. Most of the time, I've been on her side. When she first came on season 3 of Basketball Wives LA, I was Team Brandi. When she was into it with British Williams, I felt like British was just looking for any reason to dislike this woman because Brandi never really did nothing to British. Brandi didn't do anything to British, not nothing. Okay, and it just came across like British was just being a complete hater. She was on that hateration, holleration in this dancery. That's what she was on. And it really didn't make any sense. And then the whole situation with Sunday. Sunday never got over the fact that what's her name? Brandy asked her about the situation with her daughter and them getting into it online and things of that nature. She never got over that. She even went as far as to make fun of her cancer. So that was messed up. And then, as we already know, Brandy had pretty much solidified friendships with Malaysia Pargo, who she was friends with before she came on Basketball Wives. And then she later began to develop a relationship with Drea, which which later fell apart on season 4 when they had a dispute off camera when Drea told her that her cancer story was boring. And that kind of broke apart the trio that was Malaysia, Brandy, and Drea. A trio that I enjoyed somewhat, especially mainly during season 3. I didn't really enjoy it that much during season 4 because they came across like bitches. But all in all, though, it's unfortunate that her and Malaysia are no longer friends, but I kind of figured that they wasn't friends anymore. And I just wonder how Brandy feels about Malaysia being so far up Shawnee and Evelyn's behind when those were the two women that didn't want them to even get a check on this show. Let's just be real. They didn't even want them to get a check on this show. So to see her friend who she always rolled for, always defended, always do such and such and such and such. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like for her to see her like clicked up with the enemy was crazy. But then again, it's not really about her being clicked up with the enemy because they got every right to be cool with whomever they want to. She could talk, Malaysia could talk to whoever she wants. But it's not really about her being clicked up with the enemy. It's about her being clicked up with Shawnee and Evelyn and then becoming one of their little transplants, becoming one of their little bullies, becoming one of their little minions. That's what she became when she was not going for the minion thing when they first came to Basketball Wives LA and tried to take that show over. So, but one thing that I've always enjoyed about Brandy, and this is why I've always rooted for Brandy, was the fact that Brandy was never afraid to stand her ground against anybody. She stood up to Tammy. She stood up to Shawnee. She stood up to people that most folks would be afraid to stand up to. Hell, she went toe to toe with Jackie Christie. Okay. So Brandy was never scared of nobody. She was always ready. She brought the drama and she brought in her real issues. She brought in her marital problems as many times as we were tired of hearing about her marital issues, but she brought them to the show. She brought more of her real life to the show than Malaysia ever did. Malaysia never had her man on the show. Malaysia never really talked about her relationship, only until she got a divorce. And even then, she really didn't talk about it then. Malaysia brought her family to the show. She brought her marriage to the show. She had a positive storyline about cancer. Um, and she had a balance. So a lot of people don't really like Brandy, but I never could understand what was so unlikable about her. But I loved Brandy. And like I said, I've always rooted for her all the way, always rooted for her all the time. So I'm looking forward to seeing Brandy come back. And I am so happy that she is definitely um a main cast member. I think out of everybody, she needed it. Especially being that they kept on trying to fire her, but VH1 kept bringing her back. And now she's seemingly cool with Shawnee. And Shawnee is coming on the show in a limited capacity, and she wasn't even mentioned when it came down to the main cast. But we're gonna see how this works out because apparently she and Brandi are cool now. So we'll see how that goes. Fourth on the list for main cast member is none other than Jennifer Williams, somebody that I don't understand why she's even on the main cast. Because what exactly is Jennifer bringing? Okay, Jennifer is another person that doesn't really show her real life like that. The last time she really just went deep into her life was when the show first started, when she was with Eric. But now she doesn't really show anything. She got to latch on to somebody else to have a storyline at this point. So why is she a main cast member? Like, and what I don't like is how she's become a victim now. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like over the last few years, everyone's been saying that Jennifer is a victim whenever she gets into conflict with people. And I just disagree with that. Jennifer is no one's victim, okay? She's just not. I don't feel bad for her when people go at her. And I'm gonna tell you why, because y'all calling other people bullies on this show, but Jennifer was a bully too. She was a mean girl, okay? Let's not forget her first 3 seasons. She was a mean girl. She was a mean girl towards Royce. She was a mean girl towards Ashley Walker. Like, she was a bully. She was right there with Evelyn and Shawnee with the mean girl at the mean girl table right along with them. And all of that began to change when her and her master, Evelyn, broke up and she became the target. So I know I did not feel sorry for Jennifer because the same person that she was running with, bullying other girls with, is now bullying her. So no, I did not feel bad for Jennifer at all. I've never seen it for Jennifer. I never cared for Jennifer. And I don't know exactly what she's going to bring. I just feel like the only reason at this point that she's a main cast member is because she's a vet. She's an OG. She was here from the very beginning. So that's why they're giving it to her. But I don't know what exactly could she be bringing to this show at this point. I don't know. But yeah, so Jennifer Williams is also a main cast member. Now, next up on the docket, no, and not on the docket, because I ain't trying to steal none of Kaya's shit. Next up on the docket is the last but not least for the main cast is British Williams. Okay, now British Williams was only on Basketball Wives LA for 1 season and then she left. But British got a lot going on. Okay. She has a lot going on. I think she's still in an on and off again marriage with Lorenzo. She got a lot of stuff coming up. She's in trouble with the law, and apparently one of the cast members on Basketball Wives ratted her out to the feds. Now that's what Spilling BBWT said on the Twitter, that somebody on the cast is the reason why she didn't got caught up with the law. And I'm willing to bet that it has to be Jennifer or Malaysia that is the reason why she got caught up with the law. Because somebody said one of her cast members ratted her out. That's what their T-Page said. So I know she got beef with Malaysia. I don't know how she feels about Jennifer, but I don't see her and Jennifer being cool like that. So I don't know, but I am actually looking forward to British. No lie. Um, I did not like British her first time because she was with Sunday and Jackie, so she was practically guilty by association. In so many words, she was. I hate that, but that's what it was because she was right there with them on the fuck shit. She just was. So, that's why she gets the raw deal from me. But I'm just waiting to see how her storyline is going to play out. I'm just waiting to see all that, all that, all that, all that. So that is the main cast of this season of Basketball Wives. Now we're about to go ahead and get into who is a part of the supporting cast. Now, the first person up is Angel Brinks. Now she is back this season for Basketball Wives, and she's a supporting cast member. She has a storyline with her now boyfriend Rockstar, who was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. She also had a baby by him recently, and apparently Rockstar has been cheating on her, and that's going to be a part of her storyline. I never cared for Angel Brinks. Okay, she never really stood out to me on this show. Um, she came in during season 4 of Basketball Wives LA as Drea's friend. She had some conflict with Brandi in Malaysia. And then on into season 5, she's still had issues with more so Malaysia than Brandy. She also had issues with Megan too during season 4. So I don't know. I don't know why they brought her back. She was one person that I was fine with never seeing on my TV screen again. I just never really just seen it for Angel Brinks like that. I just never have. I don't know what she brings. I don't know what she's giving. I don't know what the hell make them think that we want to see her again, but we don't. I can speak for everybody when I say that. We don't. We don't want to see her. Like, I mean, she really don't even need this show if we're being honest, because she's one of the few that has like a flourishing business. So she really don't need this show. But I guess extra money is extra money, I guess. So next up is Duffy. Now Duffy was also a one season wonder who showed up during season 5 of Basketball Wives LA. She showed up as Brandy's sister, best friend. She had issues with Malaysia and Angel Love, and more infamous issues with Tammy Roman. Okay, they got into a fight in Portugal. Um, I don't mind seeing Duffy back. Honestly, I don't. I know a lot of people don't like Duffy. A lot of people don't see it for Duffy, but I don't mind Duffy coming back. I don't. I'm just being real. I don't. She didn't really do that much to me for her to be for her not to be considered back. You know what I'm saying? For her to be so disliked. I think that with this situation, most people disliked Duffy only because of the Tammy thing. That's why they didn't like her. You know, when you get into it with one of the fan favorites, that's just really how it goes. They just write you off completely. But I do like the fact that she stood up to Tammy, because Tammy think that she can bully everybody. But I don't mind seeing Duffy back, but I just don't know what her storyline is going to be. But she is a supporting cast member, so maybe it's good that she's in supporting and not main. Okay, so that is Duffy. Next up for the supporting cast is Brooke Bailey. Now, Brooke Bailey, who is also a one season wonder as well from Basketball Wives LA, she came in during season 2. She came in, I don't know whose friend she came in as. Oh, she came in as Drea's friend. Brooke had issues on that show with Drea, she came in as Drea's friend, but by the end of the season, her and Drea's relationship was over. She had beef with Bambi, she had beef with Jackie, and just a little minor issue with Malaysia. It really wasn't that deep, but she was more so cool with the likes of Laura and Gloria Govan. Okay, those were the girls that she was cool with. Now, I did not like Brooke during her second season of Basketball Wives. I ain't gonna lie to you, I did not like Brooke at all. But I'm not upset that she's back. I can say that. I think she's gonna bring good TV. I think that she's gonna bring something to the show. I think this is the right cast for her to come back with. So I'm pretty much ready to see what she's gonna bring. And like I told y'all before, she's apparently involved in some physical altercation with Malaysia Pargo. So that's something else for us to look forward to. So we're gonna see what it gives. Okay, we're gonna see what she brings. I do think that she should have been the 6th main cast member. That's what I believe. But I don't make the casting decisions. And last up is these irrelevant ass twins, these sisters that came in last season. Can somebody please tell me who asked for them to come back? Because we didn't want them the first time, and we definitely don't want them now. So why are they back? Why are they back? With they lying asses. Why are they back, child? I don't understand why they back. I don't know what made them believe that we wanted them back. For the most part, one of them had a beef with Febreze about a man, and then both of them had beef with OG. So, and then OG exposed their ass at the end of the season. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know why they back. I don't know what the hell they gonna bring, child. But apparently, they're one of the few allies that Malaysia got in this bitch. So we'll see how that turns out, child. Because we don't know what they're gonna bring. But I guess if they're gonna be on the show, they better all being supporters. But that's pretty much the official cast of Basketball Wives. You see, Shawnee wasn't mentioned at all due to the fact that she only has a limited capacity. She's just gonna pop up here and there. That's it. But I will say that I'm ready for the season. I'm ready for the season. I'm ready to see what they're bringing. I'm ready to see what they're giving. And yeah, I'm just ready to see it. I want to see Brandi and Malaysia's interactions. I want to see Brooke and Malaysia's fight. I want to see British in her fraud situation. I want to see it all. And this season better be good because the way they hyping it up, I've seen Brooke say it's good. I've seen Jennifer say it's good. Even Evil Lean said it was good. Like all these girls are saying that this is a good season. So if all of them are saying it, it gotta be good somewhere. That's just how I feel about it. It got to be good somewhere in this situation, right? So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, do whatever you see fit. Be sure to click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops, especially if you're a new subby of mine. Please do that. If you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter and my IG will be available at the bottom of the video. I do follow back on IG, so if you're a part of Team Scotty and you're following me, hit me up on IG in the DMs and let me know that you are a part of Team Scotty, and your boy will follow you back because I do follow people back. I have to let y'all know that every time I do follow people back. That's if you want me to follow you back. But with that being said, you guys, your boy's out of here. Until my next video, I'll talk to y'all later.